Foodaholics, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Foodies and Spice. My name is Gina, and today on the show I'm showing you something very beautiful. Now today's show I'm actually going to be showing you some beautiful juice, but just before I show you that juice or smoothie, I had shot a beautiful recipe for you to see a few weeks back, but somehow some of the setbacks happened. But I am still going to show it to you somehow. Anyway, now we will show you. All right, so it's my grandmother's ORI. That is steamed eko. Yeah, I actually filmed the whole process of making eko from scratch. So, but that one is there. But the pepper soup side, somehow we kind of lost it from the cards. So just sit back, relax, call your friends and neighbors. I'm going to be showing you the eko part, and I'm going to be taking you through how to make the pepper soup. It's not the regular Foodies and Spice today, but just sit back, relax. You're still going to enjoy this episode. All right, go call your friends and neighbors. Hello guys, welcome to another wonderful episode of Foodies and Spice. My name is Gina, and today I'm bringing you a vintage recipe. It's my cameraman that said I should call it vintage recipe, yeah, but it's something from my grandma's kitchen. Now, this is a recipe that most young people in the olden days and mothers always know how to make. But I just realized that most people don't make it again these days. It's either they buy the already made ones or they don't even eat it at all. Now, I'm talking about corn jellos. Agidi, yes, eko, agidi. I watched my grandmother do this a lot of times while growing up in my hometown, and I am just trying to use my small picking brain to remember how to do it. So we are going to try doing it today, agidi, and she has a special one called ORI in my language. Now it's agidi, it's steamed agidi, yeah. So I watch her do these things, and I'm trying to do it today. I hope it comes out right. If it doesn't come out right, we are going to eat bread with the NGWONGWO pepper soup that we're making today. Yes, but with the agidi, I am adding NGWONGWO pepper soup by the side. Yes, NGWONGWO is intestine or fowl, everything they did inside the meat belly. Yeah, but today I'm using the two most interesting parts of the inside of the cow, inside the shaki and the roundabout. So I'm making pepper soup with it today. So for my NGWONGWO pepper soup, aka Inueron pepper soup or Offal pepper soup, I have shaki around about here. I have onions. I also have red pepper for garnishing later. Now you come to my spice corner. I have calabash nutmeg, also known as ehuru. I have uda pods, one of my favorite pepper soup spices. I have uziza seeds. I have alligator pepper. Yeah, now alligator pepper is very different from the orioma seeds. Orioma, I still don't know the English name, but their pods look alike. It's just that the seeds are different. So this is alligator pepper. Now I also have for garnishing scent leaves and uziza leaves. Now this is just to add some hot, sexy, spicy thing happening inside the pepper soup. And of course, did I forget to mention my habanero pepper, the yellow osensuka hot pepper? Yeah, I have it here. Now for the agidi, eko, or when I want to steam it, it turns to ORI, the steamed agidi. I have my corn flour. Yeah, if you're not using the powdered corn flour, you can use the normal akamu, the normal one, the wet one. You just mix it, make your akamu. Just watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that first because it needs to rest and come together like a jello. That's why my internet people are now calling agidi corn jello. I like the name. Corn jello is very fine. So but this time we are making agidi. Okay, so for the agidi, I can remember, because usually the wet ones that my grandma would use. This is the powdered one. First things first is to make sure you keep turning or mixing it so that there won't be lumps. You have to avoid lumps, so it takes a lot of turning and mixing. So I just put that in cold water. And from the look of things, it doesn't look like it will have lump, but you never know. So you have to keep stirring. And I also feel I'm using the wrong pot because then it was more of cast iron pots. not these non-stick pots. It's a cast iron, and I think I do have one cast iron, but I'm going to look for it now and bring it out here. It will take some time because the non-stick will keep creating film around the pot. So, but let's just try and hope it works. Try and hope it works. So we are going to be working with medium heat, something not too high, just medium heat, and we keep stirring. It takes a lot of stirring. It takes a lot of stirring. So the Eko or Agidi and ORI, the only difference is that ORI has some salt in it and it gets steamed back. Like after making the Eko, it steams. But I prefer ORI to Eko. So what I'll be doing today is show you the process of Eko, but the end product is going to be ORI because ORI is the one I really like to eat. If I make Eko now, I might not eat it as much as I'll eat the ORI. So we are going to end up with ORI. Now it's very easy. The same Eko process, but ORI is that you now get to re-steam it. So let's do the whole Eko process first. They will now steam. So it has come to that akamu stage. It's thick now. So, but because I am not making akamu, I'm making Agidi or Eko, and I'm taking it a step further to ORI. I'm going to do the next things I'm going to do. Now, because it's Eko, I have to add a little bit of water for it to cook through very well. So I'm just going to add the water to the sides for it to cook through. Just scrape this part a bit. I'm just going to add the water to the side, allow it cook. And because it's ORI, if it's ordinary Agidi, you leave it like this. You come back, turn it, and you fold into, or you put into your molds. But because it's ORI, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. But if you are just leaving it at Agidi or Eko, and my language, we actually call it akasan. If you want to just leave it at akasan, you don't need to put the salt. But when you are taking it to ORI, that's the steamed one, then you add the salt and allow it to steam for a few minutes. So while we are waiting for this to steam for the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to clean my leaves. Okay, so this is ready now. How to know if it's ready? You will just know with your eye that it's ready. Yeah, so this is ready now. So I got about 5 wraps from that 1.5 cup of corn flour. What I'm about to do now is to start steaming it for ORI. So I've just brought out my steaming pot. If you don't have a steaming pot, you can use any pot at all that you have. Now I'm going to put a little bit of water in that pot, or some water in that pot. So, but just the way you arrange your normal moi moi, corn pudding and all that, that's how you arrange it. Alright guys, so that is the beautiful and easy process of making Eko or Agidi or corn jello, as Oyibo people they call them. Alright, so but like I told you, my grandmothers, the people from my village, they go a step further from Eko to make ORI. And this ORI is actually paired with something called ihehe. Ihehe is those black beans. Is it black? Yes, or red? I don't know. But it's red. I think it's more of red. But you have to cook it for 2 days. Very serious beans like that. But it's so tasty. So ORI and ihehe is paired together. But today I do not have ORI. And while filming that particular episode, I filmed it alongside NGWONGWO pepper soup. That's NUTNEG pepper soup, intestine, Offal, shaki, all of that. Yeah. So, yeah, you already heard we lost it. So let me take you through it. So first things first, you have to slice your meat into chewable chunks. It's not like you put it big inside the pepper soup. When you put it big like that, you don't want people taking pepper soup and using their hand to draw the meat. No, that doesn't work. So you have to cut it into tiny chunks. So after cutting it into tiny chunks, the next thing you're going to do is to put it inside your pot, and you have to put it with onions. Onions just make everything good. Onions makes your meat fantastic. It makes everything taste good. So for pepper soup, of course, onions, you need it there. You have to add your salt also and seasoning so that you start building that taste profile from the beginning. Now you can allow the meat bring out its own water for a while, or you just add water and you start cooking immediately. The next thing you must know is that when you add your pepper too early, it might take longer for that meat to cook. I don't know, it's something that my grandparents, my mother, they told me. So when cooking anything like meat and all that, we don't add the pepper immediately. You allow it cook first, then you can now add the pepper. So somehow they said the pepper stops it from cooking quickly. Probably, I don't know. I'll have to try to find out. But you know, because of time, we don't like to find out things like that. Let's just stick to that rule. Anything that will make it cook quickly, right? So I'm not adding the pepper until the meat is cooked through a bit before adding the pepper. So for the pepper, I'm using yellow pepper today. You can use whatever pepper that you like to use. You can use red pepper. You can use black pepper if you are a pepperless person like you are Oyibo. Any kind of pepper you have. But today I'm using the yellow hot habanero pepper we usually call osensuka. Now I'm going to be adding onions to that as well. Now it's time for our pepper soup spice. Now it is not pepper soup if you don't have the pepper soup spice. There are various pepper soup spices in Nigeria. Various regions in Nigeria have different pepper soup spice they use for their pepper soup. Yeah, so today I am using this. I have calabash nutmeg, uziza seed, alligator pepper. All pepper soup spices mentioned there. It's going to be blended and poured in. You can roast your pepper soup spices first to bring out the aroma before you blend them, especially for the kposa. Kposa is actually kposa, the calabash nutmeg. It's actually kposa, we call it. So for that kposa, it has something like a shell. So you have to burn it. So what I use there is the already burnt one. So you have to burn that shell, crack it open, then blend alongside with the other pepper soup spices. I have the alligator pepper there, which is very different from the orioma seeds. They are two different things. And a lot of people were wondering, alligator pepper. Yes, we use alligator pepper for pepper soup. It's got its own beautiful aroma and adds its own spice to the pepper soup. And the uda seed, some part of Nigeria, they get to use both the seed and the pod, but for us we don't use the seeds. Where I come from, we don't use the seed, we use only the pods. Don't forget to season. Yes, you must season to your taste. You season with salt, then you add seasoning cubes. Once your pepper soup is done, it's always fantastic to give it some brightness and some freshness with some greens. Yeah, so and the go-to green is scent leaf, erurushin, efirin in Yoruba, nchao in Igbo. I always forget the Hausa name for erurushin, but it's a close cousin or close sister to basil leaves. Yeah. Thai basil can work. For those of you watching me from the abroad, if you have basil, it works. Yeah, so that's scent leaf for you. You garnish your pepper soup with it. If you want to add some extra heat and spiciness, you add that uziza leaves. Uziza leaves is fantastic. Beautiful aroma, beautiful spicy taste that it adds to it, and of course the green elevates the color of the pepper soup. So everything is ready now, and of course my pepper soup and agidi eko is so yum. Yeah, so everything is ready now. Just look at my reaction there. Can you see the reaction? Wow, that is beautiful. Very yum. So try your own. Make sure you try it. You have to try it. It's so easy. I know eko seems complicated to we, you know, modern people, but this is something that every child, everybody was doing in those days. It's quite easy. So you guys can try it and make it. It's easy. I did it here now. Of course you can. And that pepper soup, yum. Look at that reaction again. Yeah, believe it. Try it. Now my talk done plenty today, and I'm so happy that I have shown you all this video that I lost. I've shown you this video that I lost. So see you again. I'm about to start a new recipe, so I'm going to make a new recipe right now, but I just said I should tell you all those gist first. So come back next week for the new recipe I'm making today. Love you all so much, and don't forget to always come back to watch Foodies and Spice on all the channels you watch it. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I love you all so much. Mwah.